Welcome to episode number 5 of FinGig.Pro's podcast series, where we connect you with our esteemed partners at FinGig.Pro under the series titled Expert Solutions. And I am your host, Aalok Bhan, co founder and CMO of FinGig.Pro. Today's episode addresses another critical and pressing need for any business, especially in the banking and the financial services industry, which is data analytics that will enable smart decision making for leaders, CXOs alike, particularly within the banking and financial services sector, who frankly sit on loads of data, what we also know as big data. This particular service that we provide can solve challenges for leadership teams under our mission of solving for the CXO. We are diving deep into this essential topic today. Joining us today as our expert and our partner on the hot seat is Shri Gurpreet Singh, the founder and MD of G Square Solutions Private Limited. Gurpreet and I go a long way back as well, so a little bit of fun and laughter will happen as we proceed. Well, he has surprisingly 27 years of experience in the industry. Yeah, I know he doesn't look like that as he's an avid marathoner as well and supports a few charitable organizations running for a cause. On the professional front, in his long and illustrious career, he has worked in banking and wealth management industry is what I remember of his career. His work experience includes more than a decade of being an entrepreneur. In his corporate life, he has worked with renowned institutions such as RBS Bank, Dresdner Bank, ICICI Prudential AMC, and Mirai Asset Management. He is a PGDBA, CFA, CFP, wow, by qualification. His domain areas include banking, wealth and asset management, capital markets, and consulting. And what I remember of Gurpreet, I think by heart he was a asset management person and a wealth manager. I don't know what got him to go into data analytics, but certainly doing a great job there. Gurpreet is an avid sports person, a freak and loves networking with people. G Square, as we call his company, and which he founded, is an AI and ML driven data analytics and business intelligence solutions company for the industries he operates in. G Square has 54, believe you me, 54 clients with marquee clients in US, UK, Asia, and India. The main areas are BFSI, asset management, insurance, wealth management, NBFC, and fintech, followed by pharma, retail, real estate, and health and hotel space. G Square has its presence in India in Mumbai through a parent company called G Square Solutions Private Limited, and in the Middle East, Asia, and in Dubai through its subsidiary G Square AI and Analytics Limited in DIFC. The key areas of work include complete BI solutions. BI is a word which we used to use in our young days called business intelligence, now replaced by AI ML, powered data science solutions, and risk analytics. Welcome, Gurpreet, and thank you very much for joining in today. So, in this very short and sweet mini video series, if you are good, we can start with our questions.
Thank you. But before you start, Alok, thank you so much. It's an honor and pleasure to be talking to you. You and me have worked together in corporate life. It was a great time we had in the banking world. And even though you not asked me this question, what made me jump over this side, you made a passing reference to it. You know, a functional expert we were. The application of opportunities and areas within the banking financial services world using data was the key driver for us to kind of go into this venture.
Absolutely. So, starting off, Gurpreet, my first question to you is how is G Square positioned in the market and how do you compete in this extremely competitive area?
Right. Yes, Alok. I think that just taking on from what I just mentioned, 10 years back when we started this venture, me and my co-founder, we found a lot of vacuum and gap in the analytics and data space. Everything we do is around data. So we are trying to solve business problems, CXO problems, as you mentioned, using data. uh, People knew the problem, and they organizations, they have data. At that point of time, the data was staggered. It wasn't there in many big, the big words which we use today: data lake, data warehouse. Even those were not structured in a big way. But today, as we speak, it has changed in the last 5 years. Data warehouses, data lakes, cloud, on premise, everything has come up. At that time, there was a vacuum. We took up that opportunity, and since we understood BFSI well, we said let's solve the problems for BFSI CXOs and analytics using data. And of course, we use the word AI and ML right then as well. We were AI and ML powered data analytics and BI solutions provided to the industry from that time onward. It's not a new buzzword which we picked up now. So we chose that space. It's a competitive world. It's a competitive industry, as you rightly mentioned. At that point, it was less. Globally, it was, but eventually in India, obviously, a lot of players have entered in. So how do we position ourselves? How we position ourselves as a solutions provider. When we, like when you start a venture, you always say, oh, look, I want to take a positioning of being a product provider. In our industry, they call it SaaS, software as a service. So we wanted to be a software as a service provider. We did that. We are still doing that. At the same time, we took the positioning, look, it's not only the product. We are not here to sell, push products. You have to do provide solutions. Your the business heads, the CXOs are looking for solutions. The mid-level guys are also looking for solutions, and there are not too many players who say that I will only do. There are players in the industry, bigger players also, very very big players, 100 times bigger than us, who are doing pure play services, staff augmentation, etc. We chose that we'll provide solution. We understand client problems, use our products in libraries and frameworks which we have created, give them a mix of product and services so that they are able to reach the solution. That's the positioning we have taken in this crowded industry, and that's worked well for us.
So that's very interesting, Gurpreet. And somewhere there is a link between what we do at FinGig.Pro and what you are doing also, which is solving for the solution, solving for the CXOs face. So let me dive into my next question. Thanks, Gurpreet. What are the key problems that you have noticed clients are facing, and share one or two use cases if you don't mind?
Yeah. Alok, you've been kind enough to give full introduction about the company. It makes my job much easier. So, but I'll still summarize the areas where we operate, data engineering and business intelligence solutions. I'll call it one bucket because you have to move the data to create a BI solution. It is staggered all over the place. You have to create data, you have to do data engineering and do the BI solutioning, which is nothing but dashboarding, data inciting, etc. That's the first bucket. Second bucket is you call it data science, predictive analytics powered by AI and ML models, which is where the core of the crux of the CXO problem is. They want to grow the revenue, they want to engage customers more, they want to manage risk. And how do you do that? You do that through some kind of predictive stuff, which requires data models. Data models are built AI using AI and ML. So that's the second area in which we operate, which is a delta generating activity for the business. Bottom line, top line, etc. Everything. Third is managing the risk as well. This is also done through using AI/ML models, but it requires a lot of SME as well. SME of people like you understand the functional part. Our SME coming from a banking background, combination of that and ML models is what we do within the risk analytics. Risk analytics is comprising of credit risk, market risk, and those areas. So the common thread between them is that there is a AI/ML model operating. There is a solution focused approach which we keep, like you said. You guys see, you understand the business perspective of it. I don't call myself as a consultant, or G Square is not a consultant. They are data consultants. They will not tell you anything which is subjective. It will be purely objective. Insights coming from the data, model outcome coming from the data, and then the business guys, the CXOs, or people like you who interact with clients, give them, look, this is what a model says. Maybe we can do a bit of tweak, and then you can campaign around this, or this is how you can manage your risk model, or you can tweak your risk model. But the decision making has to come out of the data models. So these are the things which we do. And coming to the second part of your question on live use cases, I'll cite two of them just for the variety. The first one is the key area, like I mentioned, data engineering and BI. For the last couple of months, we started engaging with a large size South Asian bank outside India. We have built a data warehouse on cloud. They were so in Middle East, Africa, and many other countries, still cloud is adoption is lower. So this bank was also not on cloud. So what we have, and they have multiple databases. They are the small micro databases. They have a core banking system. They have a loan origination system. They have card system. There are different systems. There are databases associated with each. So which means if it is all a third party software, as you know, systems, as you know, so there is database coming along with those systems. So what we've done is we brought all the data together into their own data warehouse, DWH in short, on cloud. So basically, it's a migration from on-premise to cloud, creating the data warehouse. That's the first part of the problem we have solved. Second part of the problem, which we almost solved, is creation of these dashboards for all nine functions departments of the bank, which means their daily reporting, monthly, weekly, regulatory is being now done on our BI tool, which is Narrator. So, and that entire process will be automated. So, what problem we've solved for the CXO is like data has been consolidated, dashboarding, reporting, insighting has been sorted. So all CXOs, CEOs, even people below, they're able to get a sight or visibility on what is happening in the business, whether from sales side, risk side, transaction side, etc.
So tell me, Gurpreet, my last question, and pretty much you've answered, you've referred to that question, but let me make it sharper by asking you this question. How do we both, FinGig.Pro and G Square Solutions, help our clients? In other words, what are the tangible benefits that we can provide to our clients?
Before I answer that, Alok, just two lines maybe on the other part which I was about to mention. The delta generation, the second use case, I just summarize it in two lines. Using our machine learning models and AI models, working on customer analytics, lead analytics, risk analytics, the delta generation is so you target a particular population for either your sales campaign or whatever, rather than spending millions of dollars on campaigning to everyone or managing the risk the wrong way. Our
Hmm.
data science and AI ML models help them focus, save cost, more importantly, generate the delta revenue out of it. That was my second use case. So at FinGig Pro and G Square combined together, we're trying to solve the CXO problem, as you rightly mentioned. So I think you guys are experts, fantastic group of experts with much wider experience, not only number of years, with different functions where you have worked in your corporate life. So you understand it in depth. You've been the business leaders yourself. So you understand the pain points, problems, and even why pain points, opportunities. Why do we sit for a problem to arise or think about that I need to create it ever? There are opportunities which you identify, which you know if I do this, I can create a delta of this much for the organization. And G Square at the back end is your data analytics partner, which will enable this. So we are not here to consult. We are here to execute the thought process of the business opportunity or the problem the financial institutions or non-financial institutions may have. Since I've already mentioned the areas in which we operate, you being the function specialist, we being the data specialist, we can create a revenue delta generating models. We can manage risk through machine learning models. We can do this PDLGD, ECL. We can do collection analytics better. We can do underwriting models. This is as far as risk is concerned. And customer analytics side, plenty of use cases. How do you increase the revenue? So together, you being the bridge with us and the client, we can create this win-win scenario for the client.
Fabulously. Fabulous, Gurpreet. I hope we are able to do some real good work over here. Thank you, Gurpreet, for sharing your invaluable insights during this quick episode. We are grateful for your expertise and time. And to our audience, thank you for your continued support and feedback that you give us every time. Your reviews help us refine and improve our short video series. Stay tuned for our next episode coming soon. See you soon again. Bye bye. Bye, Gurpreet.
Bye. Thanks, Alok, and good luck to FinGig Pro.
Thank you.